Hello Aries, welcome back to Path of Enlightenment Tarot. For those of you returning to the channel, welcome back, and for those of you who are new, welcome. I am Nicole. Guys, this is going to be your weekly reading from November 27th to December 3rd. This will be for your sun, your moon, your rising, and your Venus cross watcher. If that is you, welcome to the channel as well. I am not talking as loud. It is pretty late. So Aries, make sure you turn the volume up on your device, whatever you're using to listen. Try not to be too loud, but want you guys to be able to hear me. Aries, Spirit said right off of the bat that it's like you're leaving something behind. There was a specific word, I can't remember what it was already, but you're definitely walking away from something. Spirit is saying it is a time of change, it is a time of transition. We have the full moon in Gemini today. And this could be very important for you, just across the way, the way that you're evolving is what Spirit is giving me. I will say real quickly too, before I pull the cards, thank you all for the new subscribers, those of you who have stuck around, those of you who have donated, booked personal readings, liked, shared, subscribed, all of those things. So thank you so much for all the ways that you support the channel. And personal readings are open as of today, and they will be open for 2 weeks. That information can be found in the description box below, as well as the about section of the page. So Aries, let's just jump right on into it. Let's see what this transformation is about for you. Really, it's just like you guys are just walking away from something. Magician in the mirror, and Spirit just said you've asked for this. And was it Scorpio? No, it wasn't Scorpio. I forget who I did earlier. And same thing, like you're asking for these changes, you're asking for something new to come in. And I think the 2024 is going to be very important for you, Aries, especially with Aries being in the North Node as well. So let's see how this plays out this week. Spirit, November 27th through December 3rd. What does Aries need to know? What does Aries need to know this week? Oh, the Magician in the Mirror, the attachment in the attachment card, and the fourth Shaka. I can't talk today, swear to goodness. Like, I've had Mercury retrograde vibes for like half of this year, swear to goodness. Fourth chakra, Archangel Raphael. Oh, either that or it's so late and I'm so done with today, who knows. It's interesting, Aries. It's almost like half of your heart is closed off and half of your heart is open to new experiences. I don't know. We'll see. We will see. We shall see. One side could be watered down. One side could be lit up. Like, that's how that feels to me. Yin and yang, I think. Forget who had that card, too. I can't remember already. All right, let's see. Community. All right, so we've got Magician in the Mirror, Yin Yang, and Community, with the underlying man holding a heart. I think Sag had that card. A little bit of repetitive energy here, but with the Gemini full moon, I'm not surprised by that. Aries, either you or somebody you're dealing with is looking mighty alluring. Okay. Somebody's looking mighty fine, mighty good, mighty put together, mighty emotionally available, really kind of trying to come in and create some new foundations with you. For some of you, this could be in your work. In Aries, I tend to see your work life quite a bit with this. I just heard strong hands, warm heart with this as well. So let's see. Spirit is saying enlightenment to the full capacity with this Magician in the Mirror. This is a deer caught in headlights kind of look, like, oh shit, where did this just come from? What am I playing with? Is kind of how this feels. Somebody wants to come in and balance things with you. In the Community card, you could have a lot of support around you in relation to a lot of various things here. And I'm getting this feeling, and my hands are tingling, my legs are tingling, that for you guys, this is work, this is love, this is a new venture. There is an awareness and awakening within you. For some of you, you could have felt like you bit off more than you could chew with something, but now You're seeing like the fruits of your labor kind of coming in with this as well. You could be teaming up with other people in the near future. What this you're working on or working towards, I'm not sure yet. Let's just see. Let's just see. Judgment and Ten of Swords. Even without the Hierophant here, Aries, it's kind of like breaking away from tradition. It's almost like you're stepping outside of anything that has created some kind of painful ending or painful situations, whether it's been for you or for other people that you've been dealing with. The Moon, so you've got some Pisces energy here with the Magician in the Mirror. What is this for Aries Spirit? Queen of Wands. All right, we're going to take both of those. Queen of Wands comes out sideways. We've got the Justice coming out sideways and the Star coming out sideways. Aries, I don't think this matters. Whether it's work, love, life, family, it doesn't matter. Whatever topic you pick, you decide where this goes for you. You could have been dealing with something for a very long time. Spirit's taking me back in relation to work. So Aries, in your work, where it is that your fire is lit up, where you have drive for things, you could have been, and I've seen this for you, you guys are going through some kind of awakening, and it's coming in these spurts where the subconscious mind is opening you up. And it's like they're taking me back into like seeing a dial turning. Like you're continuously like flipping frequencies. And each time you are, it's like tuning in to like 99.7. And it's off just a smidge. So you're turning the dial back a little bit. Then you're turning the dial the other way. Trying to hone in on the things that you haven't been so sure about for some time. And it's like every time the cycle opens and closes, as you enter one, you close one out and then you open up into a new beginning. You are getting a clearer picture of what it is that's going on, whether this is, again, romance or whatever topic. Like, I'm not even going to list them all off like I usually do. It's been a tiresome journey to date in regards to certain things. But I feel like that within your work, this is where, and Spirit said, you could be meeting somebody who has a compassionate heart, dear God, who's opening up to you, who is vital, who is important. Even though this is a man holding a heart, for whatever reason, I get more of a feminine energy off of this card for who knows, right? It's just the way it's coming in. This is mastering some space of control within yourself and like the solar plexus kind of energy, okay? Queen of Wands coming out sideways. I don't think that in the past you guys thought that there was either, I feel like this is situational, that something would end up showing itself the way it has. And it's like questioning, making you question what is seemingly your hopes, your wishes, why you do what it is that you do, how things have maybe, that justice card, whether they've been illegal, they've been less than integral, man holding coin, like anything that's not been stable, if anything dirty has been tied to something, whether this is in like your moral compass, your ethical code, the way love has worked out in your life, you're getting a much clearer understanding. Even with that moon in the upright, it's again, you're turning that dial, you're seeing certain parts of this that have been a little bit deceptive. So it's like wherever your passion has been and been placed for you, Aries, you're seeing where certain parts of your life, there's just some undertone to something not being honest, true, or authentic. Again, whether this is partnerships, your work, whatever. And there's two masculine energies here. One appears to me to be more feminine. The other feels to be more masculine. to me. And it's like, who's willing to get down and do the dirty work? And when I say that, it's like there's someone who's willing to get down and do the hard work, right? Who's willing to put in the grit. The other side of this is people who, they're walking around with dirty hands. They've not been honest. They've not been open. They've been sly. They've been cunning. They've been clever. And it's kind of like this battle, in a sense, Nine of Wands, right? Of back and forth, High Priestess. Like, you may know something that you didn't think you knew, or you knew something that you did not want to believe to be true. And again, I've seen this come up some time ago for you guys. But that Gemini moon also brings in the duality, right? The light and the dark, the flip-flop of the energies. It's also about control. And I think that you're trying to master the sense of control within you as to how you handle this moving forward. Like, Spirit said there's only so many places, and this is interesting. There are only so many places that you can find your complete happiness, right? So, or what you thought happiness would look like. You may be narrowing those things down. Maybe you thought it would be here and in this, and maybe, I just keep getting this idea of this big picture, like going out to save the world, taking on the world. Maybe you had plans of a business and doing it globally, and you're realizing you are better off small scaling it and really servicing your local area, as an example. In regards to romance, right? Like, maybe you had a certain person, or maybe didn't, let me rephrase. You didn't have a type, but you're starting to realize there's a certain type of person that meshes with you better. Like, there's just, you're gaining this different insight to a way that things are coming in, and it's not the way that you envision. And, you know, kind of talking like Hangman kind of energy, but it doesn't, but yet it's not that. How do I explain it? I'm trying to find the best way to explain this to you guys without sounding like a goofball. Aries, I don't think you had a hangman moment. I think what it is Spirit is showing you that maybe what you believed in, what you thought could be, what you put faith or integrity in, maybe you did, but somebody else or some other system did not. Again, Hierophant kind of energy for whatever reason there. You know, I'm going to clarify a little bit here too. Very interesting energy, you guys. Your readings have been very unique, Aries. They really have been. Spirit just said some of the actions of others have been unjustified. So, interesting, right? Two of Pentacles. Again, there's that the Justice card coming out in the upright. The Two of Pentacles. To me, Aries, this is requiring you to take a long look at what you genuinely have passion for. The people, the places, the situation, your work, the whole 9 yards. I think you're realizing in the various parts of your life, there is this shadow side to maybe everything that you've come in contact with. So, you know, maybe you're an engineer. I don't know, right? And how cool, we can build the biggest, most amazing skyscrapers and do all these things, and it's going to benefit everybody because we can go up instead of out, and we can save space. But then there's a negative side to that. That Two of Pentacles, it's seeing both sides and going, maybe it isn't all good, maybe it isn't all bad. But that Libra card is coming in with this Justice, and it's saying, but there is a better way, a better system of doing things. There could be somebody overseeing something as well. Weird side note here. There could have been somebody overseeing a marriage. I mean, obviously like a priest, preacher, whatever, but this is like some kind of guidance that's coming in to oversee and lay down the law, lay down the authority, lay down what is correct. You know, very, very interesting energy. And I think that through that, you're going to find a new passion, whether it's, again, with people or whatever it might be. I list those things off 1,000 times a day. You guys are smart enough to figure that out, I would think, right? But it's judgment. With this yin and yang energy, the Emperor, there's that control, that empowerment that comes in. This is Aries. It's like watching you guys see the world on a big scale. Like, okay, we'll touch upon the pandemic for a hot second. I think that changed everybody's concept of government, healthcare, our daily routines, right? Like everything absolutely changed. And this is kind of how this feels to me. It's like a big scale kind of energy, that it doesn't just pertain to this one part of life for you. You're recognizing that the balance of what it is that you've been involved in, it's not matching moral code to where you stand in your world. And it's like, where can I take control? Where can I step up my game? Where can I make an actual difference in what it is that I'm doing? And, you know, for some people, they may look at you and see you as dominating, domineering, that kind of thing. But I think it's almost an energy of being fed up with something. And it's like you're trying to quietly act courageous. I don't feel like you guys have any doubt. Like, I feel no doubt in what it is you're trying to accomplish, even with so many of these cards coming out sideways, especially the Strength card, right? 3 of Pentacles. I think you're just being very careful about how you move forward in any area of life, because it's like you're going to have to strategize and really plan for the way that things are moving forward for you and what it is that you see in regards to the world. I don't have any swords here, but I do feel like there's information that is being gathered. There's a greater knowledge. There's a greater understanding that is presenting an awareness, like this vast array of knowledge that's coming in, and it's like now you're able to weigh things that didn't make sense before. You're not being blinded, and you still may not have all of the information that you feel that you need, but you are also aware that in due time it is coming out. What you're putting out there is going to come back to you, okay? And Spirit is saying trust in the right timing. There, it's almost like certain things have to play out, right? Certain things have to play out in order for divine timing to occur. So, you know, let's just hypothetical here, right? You meet somebody, boy, they seem really wonderful, but it takes, 6 months, 2 years, right? We'll talk about the honeymoon phase, for the true colors to kind of shine through. And the only way that you would have seen that is if you had given it that time, spent that time with that person, take it on this way of being with somebody so you could see who they truly were. And now it's kind of, it's coming to light. You're starting to see everything in a big whole picture, and where maybe you had questions or thought something was better off at one point, you're realizing that it's not quite that way. For some of you, Spirit just said you look forward to Fridays more often than not anymore, because it can be, Spirit said, aggravating and tiresome. The Lover's card, it could be divine partnership with King of Wands here. I don't think it is, though. I mean, for some of you, yeah, you've got this man holding heart back here. Could very well be. There's the Hierophant I've talked about this whole freaking reading. There, with that King of Wands, Aries, there is a dominating presence to that. Like I said, it's almost like you're stepping forward into to a higher structure, whether it's your business, your home, family, blah, 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 whatever, right? All of those things. You're making a stronger, more proactive choice to pay attention to the connections that are coming in, why they're coming in, who it is that you're meeting, how it is that they bring an awareness to the forefront of what it is that you are dealing with at this specific time. And you may have choices between people. That Eight of Pentacles comes out sideways. The Sun, you know, the happiest card in the deck. And this may, it's almost like internally in that solar plexus energy again, give you joy as you begin to unravel and start to know more about these situations that are going on in your world. Like, you sense a space of freedom, but there's also like a space of disbelief, because it's like your working construct of what it was that you were working towards kind of got derailed a little bit somehow, because now you're having to learn a new way of working, whether, again, any area of life. So you are gaining knowledge. Again, it's like I just feel like with all of these cards coming out sideways, trying to tune into that frequency so that you could understand clearly what is happening around you, no matter what area of life or all areas of life that you're dealing with at this time. The Three of Pentacles, you are absolutely dealing with the Spirit is calling it foundations of other people. Those pentacles, what are they bringing to the table, and why are they bringing it in? You may be working very independently right now. You may be very focused on your own stability. Through what it is that you are doing, you are representing that. But now you're learning how to work with other people. I'm not saying that you didn't know how to begin with. But again, there's a disbelief tied to how it was working. And this is coming up in the forefront of where you're headed now. Okay? So, you guys put that where it belongs. Some of the messages I get, I feel like they're hard to comprehend sometimes, but yet they're not. Because you're going to know how this works out for you. What is this community about for Aries, please, Spirit? 10 of Wands. Understand, Spirit said, there is no working with some people. It doesn't matter what you do, how you do it, flip it, reverse it, go all Missy Elliott on that ship. Like, there is nothing you can do. They don't want to work well with others. They don't want to play nice with others. Take your cup and give it to something else. And again, that may be part of this disbelief. The 10 of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune. You are walking away, investing elsewhere, right? Wheel of Fortune, 6 of Wands, or the 6 of Swords. I keep saying the 6 of Wands. But through this hardship of whatever it is that you've worked for or worked towards, there's been a positive spin on this. You've got 2 10s of 20. They're both power numbers, right? You've worked towards creating an ending that's going to start to smooth the waters out, not only for yourself, but for others. But there are still people that are forever going to shake those waters out. There are forever going to be people who do not come through in integrity. They do not come through in love. They do not come in through things or into things for the specific and right reasons that they should be a part of something that is building. Spirit just said a lasting legacy. You're learning to take that cup and put it elsewhere. The 8 of Cups there with the Ace of Cups. Moving towards some type of fulfillment for yourself so that you can help others. And Empress energy there. Libra and Taurus. Ace of Pentacles. Aries, for some of you, and I would say then again, all of you in a whole other way, you have new goals that you're going to set on the horizons for 24. You're going to make your mark in the world in certain ways. Whether this is via relationships, work, whatever it is, you're making a lasting impression on something. It will change the face of the things that you deal with on a daily basis. Why this is coming in so heavy right now, I'm going to blame that poor old full moon. Always blaming the full moon. It shows us the dominance and the control. It shows us these back and forth of emotions. It shows some anger and aggression. It is showing the duality of situations. It's also waking you up during Sag season. Sag and Mercury, that communication. It is empowering you to speak a truth by means of goal orientation and having passion for what it is that you're doing. Okay? I hope that's making sense for you guys. Like the darkness, this is like a death and a rebirth of a particular way of living, or a particular, or, thank you, Spirit, a particular viewpoint that you have on external circumstances. Okay? Card to confirm the same, please, Spirit. Seven of Wands. One more. The Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands came out twice in the Tower. Aries, Scorpio. There you are. King of Pentacles. This is putting you... These difficult situations are putting you into a place of massive empowerment. Aries, I would not be the least bit surprised if how you come at and towards something creates tower moments for other people and in other situations. And I feel like you guys are really at a point where there's no fear of being like that rock that gets tossed in the pond that creates the ripple effect. You don't care. Like, you're like, no matter what I do, I'm protected. No matter what I do, I'm going to be just freaking fine. I will take one for the team. I will get my ass whooped a couple of times, but I'm going to come back stronger than I was before. I'm going to show up and show out. You are becoming that tower moment for something or somebody in some way. Flip the roles if it applies that way, but I don't think that it is, Aries. I think that you have a newfound presence and awareness, and if this is love, you won't be counted down and out. You're going to try again. It's like there's no give up in you right now. It's like, yeah, okay, so we've been here. I don't like the way I've seen things, so we're going to try it a different way. If it's people, all right, so we're going to pivot, we're going to switch up, we're going to change the game plan. You know, we're flipping up the game book here, and we're going to do it a different way. Card that comes out, keep going, and you know it. Like, you already know that when you break out of these the constraints of what has happened before and what it is that you are dialing and tuning into, you're free to freaking roam. Like, you're Aries, you're basically unstoppable at that point. And I really do feel like, for those of you who are awakened, this is for the greater good of humanity. Whether it's setting an example in love, it's setting an example in work, you know, it doesn't matter what it is. Keep going and slow down. You know, it's interesting. Excuse me. I would tell you guys, typically with this, manifest and have faith. When I see that slow down card, don't run yourself on E. But I think what's interesting is, by you guys running yourself, and I'm not saying like exhaust yourself and you still need self-care no matter what. You learned at some point that it's like, you know when to hold them, you know when to fold them. And you learned when not to engage in something. You've learned how to persevere. And sometimes the best decision that you can make is to just walk away until something else shows itself later on. And then when it does, it's a done deal. Then you know. you know, because other people are going to show you who they are, what they're about. That's where you're gaining this wisdom, where you're tuning that radio dial. It's almost like trying it a different way, going, okay, well, I did it this way before. This is how it turned out. Let's tune in, paying attention to the things that you may not see, but you have this gut knowing that says, hold on a second here. I don't see this slow down as me going to go and say to you at this point, stop running yourself into the ground, Aries, because I don't feel like you're running yourself into the ground. You're not competing with other people. You're not playing that game. You're not letting your ego get involved for a change. Like, you're saying, okay, I have control of my participation in any area of life. Let's see how we can correct this, because you don't like what you're seeing from the outside. Okay? Resolution. You're ready for a new start. That's the key here, is you are ready for a soulful new start. And it doesn't matter to you, I feel like at this point, for some of you, you're so empowered right now, you don't care if it takes a freaking lifetime. But it's like, I am not going to do this again with whomever this is, or situation of whatever this is, because now I see. Now I'm tuning into what the hell is going on around me. I'm not doing this. 31:31 on the clock. 4:4. I don't know, Aries, but what I do know is you could be watching people veer to the left, watching people veer to the right. You're like, the hell with all of it. Like, I'm going my own path. I'm going my own way. And you are. And that's where you need to go. You need to full-fledged go, 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 go. And the right people are going to meet you on that journey. You're going to see through this. You do have support. And again, you could be taking one for the team, and they're like, hey, if you're going to do this, I've got your back. I'm here to assist you. We see the burden. Let's go at this together. And it's going to bring relief for you and other people. It's like, I wouldn't call this necessarily humanitarianism, but in the same breath, like, you are paving a new path. I like this for you guys. Aries, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you found that this reading resonated for you. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Again, personal readings are open. Description box below, about section of the page, holisticallyzenwb.com for a full list of products and services. If you're on Facebook, go check out Indigo Moon WV. On there, you're going to see I have a list of stuff. You can like and follow me on there. And there's a bunch of materials from crystals, gemstone, herbs, extra goodies, apothecary, all kind of stuff I'm putting up there this week for Cyber Monday, but it's going to run all week long as we ship some inventory out to those of you who are interested. So you can join me over there this week. Okay, so I'm sending you guys all the best. Have a fantastic week ahead, and I will see you for the December readings. Bye.